Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Respected friends, welcome you all. May the blessings of Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana be always on us in beautifying our Vyaktitvas of Loka Sevaka Adi, so that our life is beautiful, external as well as internal. Keeping that in mind only, we are doing the Upanishad Adhyanam here every day, along with adding 4 more things to make a good package of 1 hour of sadhana. Upanishad is Shwethashwathara, 5th chapter. JEEVA Varnana is going on, in which alone what is the meaning of bondage is also explained. Being a jiva is bondage. May these Vedantic thoughts, which are heard every day, go deep in our hearts and show their influences, show their consequences in the form of our more and more jignasa, more and more mumuksha. We will continue seeing the jiva lakshanas, and we all are every day seeing that these Tattva-jnana Vishayas have to be heard and studied and contemplated for them to be grasped. And then we have to choose to live only in that atmosphere so that all that knowledge is remembered and we apply it also and we get the benefits and consequences. Positive. Friends, before the Upanishad, we have our Vedic chanting, we have our common sense thought, we have our Shanti mantras and Sankalpa, Upanishad mantra Ucharana, Upanishad mantra Adhyanam with Bhashyam. In our common sense thought today, like yesterday, we will be chanting one mantra after seeing the meaning of it. It's a meditation, it's a prayer, it's a contemplation, it's a practice for Shraddha and Bhakti and Ekagrata. Those 10 minutes of beautiful practice, very sacred. Try to be very regular every day. Make use of it. Before that, the first aspect today, Vedic chanting, we'll be doing the Oshati Suktam. Let the Oshadis be there for us, always available to remove our hunger, to remove our physical ailments, so to the mind's diseases. This is the Kandva Shaka Oshadhi Suktam. Straight away, Om Atha Kandvanam Om Atha Veda Parayanam Kandvanam Oshadhi Suktam Om Kandva Samhitayam Trayodashe Adhyaye Shashtonu Vakaha Ashat Saptatya Rucha Ashatatamam Panchavimshatrichaha Bahulam Bahruchya Pathanusari Kvachit Kvachit Alpataraha Pata Vedaha Adhikecha Dve Ruchau Tatahi Mantrakramaha Harihi Om Saswaraha Om Ya Oshadhi Purva Jata Devebhyastri Pura Manainu Babhrudamaham Shatandhavani Saptacha Shatam Vo Ambadhamani Sahasramutavoruha Tadha Shatakratvo Yuyamiyam Me Agadam Kruta Oshadhihi Pratigrubhnita Pushpavatehi Prasovarehi Ashva Iva Sajitvarir Viruda Parayishnavaha ओषधीरिति मातरस्त्वदो तद्वो देवीरुपब्रुवे सनेयमश्वं गां वास आत्मानं तव पूरुष अश्वत्थेवो निषदनं पर्णे वो वसति स्कृता गोभाज इत्किलासत यत्सनवथ पूरुषम् यत्रौषधीः समग्मतराजानः समिता इव विप्रः स उच्यते भिषक् रक्षोहामीव चातनः अश्वावतीं सोमावतीं मूर्ध्न यन्तीमुदोजसम् ऊर्जयन्तीम् उदोजसम् आवित्सि सर्वा ओषधीरस्मा अरिष्टतातये उच्छुष्मा ओषधीनां गावो गोष्ठादिवेरते धनं स निष्यन्तीनामात्मानं तव पूरुष इष्कृतिर्नाम वो मातातो यूयं स्तनिष्कृतिः क्षीराः पतत्रिणीस्थनयदामयति निष्कृतम् अतिविश्वाः परिष्ठास्तेन इव व्रजमक्रमुः ओषधीः प्राचुच्यवुर्यत् किं च तन्वोरवः यदिमा वाजयन्नहमोषधीर्हस्त आदधे आत्मा यक्ष्मस्य नश्यति पुरा जीवगृभो यथा यस्यौषधीः प्रसर्पथाङ्गमङ्गम् परुष्परोः ततो यक्ष्मं विवादद्व उग्रो मध्यमशीरिव साकं यक्ष्मप्रभतचाशेन किकिदीविना साकं वातस्य ध्राज्या साकं नश्य निहाकया अन्यावो अन्यामवत्वान्यान्यस्या उपावता ताः सर्वाः संविधाना इदं मे प्रावतावचः याः फलिनीर्या अफला अपुष्पा याश्च पुष्पिणीः बृहस्पतिप्रसूतास्तानो मुञ्चन्त्वं हनः हसः मुञ्चन्तु मा शपथ्या ततो वरुण्यादुता अतो यमस्य पड्वीषात् सर्वस्माद् देवकिल्बिषात् अवयतीः समवदन्त दिव ओषधयस्परे यं जीवमश्नवामहै न सरिष्याति पूरुषः या ओषधीः सोमराज्ञीर्बह्वीः शतविचक्षणाः तासामसि त्वमुत्तमारङ्कामायशं हृदे या ओषधीः सोमराज्ञीर्विष्ठिताः पृथिवीमनो बृहस्पतिप्रसूता अस्यै सन्दत्तवीर्यम् या श्वेदमुपशृण्वन्ति याश्च दूरं परागताः सर्वाः सङ्गत्य वीरुरोऽस्यै सन्दत्तवीर्यम् नाशयित्री बलासस्यार्षस उपचितामसे अथो शतस्य यक्ष्माणां पाकारो रसिनाशने मावोरिषत् कनिता यस्मै चाहं कनामिवः द्विवच्चतुष्पदस्माकं सर्वमस्त्वनातुरम् ओषधयः संवदन्ते सोमेन सह राज्ञा यस्मै कृणोति ब्राह्मणस्तं राजन् पारयामसि त्वां गन्धर्वा अखनं स्वामिन्द्रस्त्वां बृहस्पतिः त्वामोषधे सोमो राजा विद्वान् यक्ष्मादमुच्यत त्वमुत्तमास्योषधे तव वृक्षा उपस्थया उपस्थिरस्तु सोऽस्माकं यो अस्मा अभिदासति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Enough for the day of this Vedic chanting. Tomorrow something else we will see. In our today's common sense thought, the mantra will be of Mother Saraswati. Simple mantras to begin with for a few days. Then we take even the bigger mantras also. Show that interest to know the meaning of these mantras and participate in every day's chanting here itself as a beautiful abhyasa for all of us. Then find time during the day even to do little more. So Mother Saraswati's mantra. Saraswati, the Jnana Adhishtatru Devata. Om, the mantra is Om is again the Parabrahma, Paramatma only as an Ishvara through Maya Shakti further expresses as all Devata Rupa, Devata Nama, Devata Shakti, and Devata Kriya, Devata Leela. There should never be any doubt in this aspect. Rupa Nama may be different, the Leelas may be different, but no two gods can be possible. It has to be one only. Correct? So, Om, O Parabrahma Tattva. Now, the mantra is Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Yesterday also Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Today also this Sada Shabda has come. So the mantra's meaning, listen carefully. Saraswati, O Mother Saraswati. Now listen, Saraswati is the nominative, Dirgha. Here it is not nominative, the first case. It is the vocative, the Ashtama Vibhakti. Vocative, Sambodhan. Therefore it is Harasva. Don't chant as Saraswati. It is wrong. Say Saraswati. That is vocative. Sambodhan. We are directly remembering Mother Saraswati in our heart and we are addressing to her directly. There is no third party, third person. Mother herself is second person and we are first person. We are directly addressing to her, praying to her, asking her to bless us. Therefore, Saraswati, दीर्घ नहीं है, ह्रस्व है, ह्रस्व है, ह्रस्व है. Saraswati, O Mother Saraswati, Namaha Tubhyam. Tubhyam Namaha. To you, salutations. And who are you? Varade, giver of all the varas. Vara means the boons, vara also means the best. Put together, you are the giver of the best of the boons. Varade. There it is Dirgha. Varade, Kamarupini. So here again, Kamarupini is the Rasva. Meaning is what? Kamarupini is not the mother is of the form or nature of Kama, desire. No. Kama means Ichha. So Kamarupini means Ichha Rupini. So she will take her own Ichha Rupa to fulfill our desire or fulfill our request prayer to her. Whatever the prayer we are going to ask to bless us, we are requesting her, oh mother, you take any of the forms, but bless me. In fact, asking her to take every form only. Because in whichever the form at whatever the time, you can bless me, that's good for me. Please bless. So remember that beautiful Mother Saraswati's form, seated on the swan, clad in the most divine white dress, with Veena, Pustaka, Mala, all in her hands. Then we are at her feet, pranams, we are looking at her, she is looking at us, we are folding our hands and praying to her. Hey Saraswati, Tubhyam Namaha. Hey Varade, Tubhyam Namaha. Hey Kamarupini, Tubhyam Namaha. Then what are we asking then? Vidya Arambham Karishyami. So Karishyami, I am making, I am beginning. Karishyami, I am doing. Doing what? Arambham, beginning of what? Vidya. So Vidya Arambham Karishyami. I am starting the beginning of, or I am beginning the study of Vidya. So Vidya is again not every of the knowledge only. Physical knowledges, worldly knowledges. Hmm? Mm, Krishna. Vidya arambham karishyami. Listen, Vidya means sa Vidya ya vimuktaye. That alone is called as Vidya, which helps us in vimukti, moksha, permanent moksha. And which is that which liberates us from all bondages permanently is Atma Vidya only. Therefore, here, let us, you and I, as seekers, specifically pray to the Mother that I am doing the beginning of the Vidya, the Moksha Vidya, the Brahma Vidya, the Atma Vidya, under the guidance of my Gurus, Acharyas, or both of us, the Guru Shishya. So, Vidya's Arambha we are doing. So, this Arambha of the Vidya is when, like today, I started. Enough? No. Every day when I start studying the Upanishad or any of the Brahma Vidya Grantha, before that, every day we have to pray to that mother. Vidya Arambham Karishyami. I am doing the beginning of the study of this Brahma Vidya for my moksha. Because Savidyaya Vimuktaye. And what I am asking you, Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Sada always may to me Bhavatu happen. Siddhi success. So may I achieve the success. May I reach my goal of getting that Vidya, removing the Vidya, leading to the Brahmanubhuti, leading to the Moksha. I am starting this Upanishad Adhyayanam. So Saraswati, the beautiful form of mother, Namaha Tubhyam, salutations to you. Varade, you are the giver of the, all the Vara and the best of the Vara. Kamarupini, Icharupini. What is the Icharupini? When she has to bless us with Vidya, she can give that Vidya to us by taking the Rupa of our own father or mother or brother or sister. In any form, she can come and teach us Brahma Vidya. It can come in the form of the uncle or the grandfather or a neighbor or any rishi or the muni or any of the acharyas, any brahmana uttama, in any form. Like for Garuda, the mother Saraswati came in the form of Kagabusundiji and she gave that Vidya, the Moksha Vidya. Isn't it? And if you see in our all Purana Itihasas, so many places we can see the Guru Shishyas were in the form of the snakes, in the form of the Pakshi, in the form of the Pashu. Here the Pakshis, Garuda and Kagavasundi. In so many rupa, the mother can take to give us Vidya, Kama Rupini. Right? And she even can take the form of a Pustakam. She can take a form of somebody's passing statement. She can take the form of a TV advertisement. She can come in the form of a film Gana, Kama Rupini. In any Rupa, she can come to give us education, the Atma Vidya. And Atma Vidya Sambandhi, all things. Isn't it like that's how we, in our Sukshma Sattvika Buddhi, sometimes, even while traveling in a bus, looking at neighbor or looking other people or even looking through the window outside, some knowledge clicks to us. So it is mother only took that rupa to teach us. Maybe a beautiful rain there or rainbow there, or the passing trees or a mountain, a river, a birds flying. कुछ भी देखकर कुछ न कुछ सीखने को जब भी मिलता है वो रूप में मदर ओनली कमिंग एंड टीचिंग अस बिकॉज शी इज कामना रूपिणी शी कैन टेक एनी रूप isn't it an experience can teach us a bitter experience can teach us most of the times bitter experiences only teach us the lessons isn't it through that experience we learn the experience of loneliness nobody is with us all that experience is mother's blessing only. She is telling, Ram, without asking, providing you this opportunity for you to be with you. so that you become antarmukha and discover yourself. Mother alone is blessing us in that way, in providing that situation and giving us that education. Oh, oh, Lord is keeping me away from the world and keeping the world away from me, asking me to realize the inner self. It's a most golden opportunity. Thank God how many people in the world want to have knowledge, but then they have so many bounden duties, obligations outside of people, etc. I am free from all of them. Thank you, O Mother. See that? So the Atma Vidya Sambandhi Adhikarya, qualification, etc. Mother gives us in any form she comes. That's called Kama Rupini. So Saraswati, Mother form, Namaha Tubhyam, Upasana and salutations, Varade, praise to her, Kamarupini, praise to her, putting in front of her what initiative we are taking. Vidya Arambam Karishyami. Vidya is Upanishad Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya. Then the prayer, Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. By your grace, O Mother, Sada always. May for me, Siddhi Bhavatu, success happen. So Sada Siddhir Bhavatu is equal to Sada I am doing Vidya Arambha. Means always I am in the pursuit of the Vidya only. Nirantara. So every time, always, when I am doing the Vidya Abhyasa, let that Vidya remove the Vidya and the Siddhi of the Atmanubhuti come to me. And as it is again, with Sa Vidyaya Vimuktaye, that is called as Vidya, which gives moksha, and only Brahma Vidya gives us moksha, and that alone we have to pursue. By Mother's grace, may this also happen that we become single pointed and exclusive in pursuing only Brahma Vidya. Let us not be cheated by our own mind by pursuing anything else. Let us not be misguided by the things that are happening around, the things that are done by the people, anything. There is nothing greater than getting mukti as a human, and there is nothing greater than Brahma Vidya Upanishad Adhyayana that's possible for the humans. You and I are doing that. The best one we are doing, let us not get misled or enchanted by anything done by anybody around. Some will sing, some will dance, some will write poetry, some will do bhajan, kirtan. We don't know, they may be in highest stage. But in all of that, there is Dvaita only. What we are pursuing is the Advaita Brahma Jnana, unparalleled. Nothing greater than this. Thus, become deeper, intense in this only, which will give us that inner subtlety and experience. There you are. And remember, you and I as Jiva are here only to realize our Brahma Tattva. In that regard, everything other than Brahma Tattva, with all the beauties in it, all the happenings in it, may have a purpose for the Samashti and Vesti, and yet they are not as great as the Brahma Vidya. They are all Mithya. One need not worry about them. Everything comes and goes. We are seeking that which is eternal. That is called Vidya Arambam Karishya. Right now also, we are going to do the Vidya of Brahma Tattva through Upanishad. So for today also this prayer and every day also. Now chant this mantra with all Shraddha, Bhakti, Ekagrata and the mood of Prarthana. And engross so deeply in it. Let the practice of concentration, bhakti, shraddha, upasana, prarthana, mantrartha chintana, let all of them happen. While doing all this, the chitta gets awakened from its sleeping mood, from its lethargic mood, from its non thinking mood, from its non concentration mood, and from its distracted mood. It becomes awakened and single pointed and divinized, which are very essential Adhyatmic sadhanas. Here now, while chanting this mantra, we are trying to invoke in us all these qualities. Start. and no instructions in between. Mantra is explained, keep chanting, and with every of the chanting, the mantrartha should become single pointedly remembered in us, and whatever the namaskaras, upasanas, prarthanas are to be done, just to do it. Get fully engrossed in it, whole world should be forgotten. And all that should happen within our heart. Every day we'll do one mantra or the other. In that effort, we'll also be searching our heart also. Start. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. We definitely need the blessings of the divine in any and every form, invoked in this way through upasanas, parayanas, and prarthanas. And we'll have all the right courage in front of the God to pray when our goal ambition is without any malice, without any impurity. So the malais and impurity less. Only one goal is mukti prapti through Atma Vidya. When for the Atma Vidya, which is the giver of the moksha, are our prayers, the inner sadhaka also is contended, also is given strength, support, and the devata to whom we are praying here, Mother Saraswati, she'll be very much happy to remove all those vignas, bless us with all the shaktis, so that in this Vidya Abhyasa we get the Siddhi always. Vidya Arambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. So in my every class, when I am sitting for the Brahma Vidya, that Siddhi happened to me in the understanding of that Brahma Vidya. So to when I study, let there be Siddhi. Then the studied Vidya, when I apply on myself to remove the Avidya, in that also let there be Siddhi. And when the Vidya removes the Avidya, what remains is the Aparoksha Anubhuti of the Tattva. That is what is my goal, O Mother, in the happening of this. Please let there be Siddhi to me, you bless. Saraswati, Namaha Tubhyam, Varade, Kamarupani. So, Saraswati, Varade, Kamarupini, these are vocative words. Tubhyam Namaha is salutations to her. Vidya Arambham Karishyami is putting our project in front of her. Siddhi Bhavatu Me Sada. May there be Siddhi success to me always is the application or prayers to Mother. She will definitely will bless us with Tathastu. And then Om Shri Maha Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati is the cause for all the jnanams of this world. And the Maha Saraswati is the cause of the Mahajnanam, that is Brahma Jnanam, which is our goal. So the shloka chanted in the common sense may the meaning of the shloka and its application only we have seen. What we can add one more thing to our common sense thought is in this way through the chantings, our mind should always be soaked in prayer and in the glorification of the divine. No, this is how it should be kept awakened all the time, not allowed to go into the tamoguna of the nidrana state. The four sadhanas we know. One, awaken the sleeping mind. Two, make single pointed the distracted mind. Three, apply the mind in the search of the self. Four, transcend the mind and settle in the self. These are crystal clear our goals to achieve. Keep in mind. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Sukrute Dhikrute Bahudha Bhavato Bhavita Samadarshana Lalasata Atidinamimam Varipalayamam Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavaतीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यं प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य शाश्वत रूपेण वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। पारायणं चतुर्थोऽध्यायः, fourth chapter in the chanting, last three mantras of 19, 20, 21, 22. Hmm. No, 20, 21, 22. ॐ न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं हृदा हृदि स्थं मनसाय एनम् एवं विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ते अजात इत्येवं कश्चिद्भीरुः प्रपद्यते रुद्रयत् ते दक्षिणं मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यम् मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषे मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीः हविष्मन्तः सदमित्वा हवामहे। Yehovah chanting. Now this study we have to do with Bhashyam, the Ashtamo mantra. Seventh onwards, the Jiva being explained. Chant seventh and eighth mantras one time. Om Gunanvayo Yaha Phala Karma Karta Krutasya Tasyaiva Sachopabhokta Savishwarupastrigunastrivatma Pranadipah Samcharati Swakarmavihi. All these 8 points are explaining to us about what constitutes Jiva Bhava Jivatva, which is the limited experience of limitations, experience of bondage. This is what we have to get freed from, in fact, in the realization of the Paramatma Tattva. Right? Now, the eighth mantra, Angushtamatro Ravitulya Rupaha Sankalpahankara Samanvito Yaha Buddher Gunenatma Gunena Chaiva Aragramatro Hi Aparopi Drushtaha. So here also the 6, 7 things again about Jiva are told. 1. Angushtamatra. 2. Ravitulya Rupaha. 3. Sankalpa Samanvitaha. 4. Ahankara Samanvitaha. 5. Buddhir. 6th Atma Gunena. 7th Aragra Matraha. 8th Aparaha Api Drushtaha. Not difficult at all to intellectually understand. Little difficulty will be in comprehending that Jivatva in us on the seat of meditation. And the most interesting thing is what? With so many qualities, the Jiva is told. And when we try to catch that Jiva, what happens is he disappears because he is not true, he is not real. He is there only when we don't search him. When we search him, he goes away, and in his place, the reality is revealed. Because how many times we saw it? The reality through the upadhis is Jiva. Jiva, bereft of the upadhis, is the Atman, the reality. When we try to see the Jiva bereft of the upadhis, without upadhis he cannot sustain, then it disappears. Then what reveals is the Nirupadhika, Brahman, the Atman, the Self, the reality. what reveals to us is that reality. Hmm. In the search of Him. So let us study with Bhashya only one by one sentence. First, Angushtamatra iti. I am commenting on this mantra Angushtamatra, eighth mantra of the fifth chapter. Shankara Bhagavan says, are you ready? He is asking as if. We say, yes, Guru, hey Bhagavan, we are ready to listen to your kind guidance. The Bhashya on this mantra. One by one word. First, Angushtamatra. What is the meaning of Angushtamatra? Is Matra means Parimana. Not Matra means only. 10 रुपये मात्र मेरे पास है ना, मात्र 10 किलोमीटर चलो बस पहुंच जाओगे. Not that way. That also is a meaning, but there the matra means limitation or itna paryapt matra में. So here matra means measurement. So angushta matra, that is equal to angushta parimita. Angushta parimita hridaya sushira apekshaya. Apekshaya. Angushta parimita hridaya sushira apekshaya, he is called as angushta matra. So therefore, what is said in our Adhyatmika Shastras is that the Sukshma Hridaya of every of the being is the size of his own fist. मेरा जो फिस्ट है उतना मेरा हृदय होता है. और आप बहुत लंबे चौड़े 10 फुट के हो तो आपका हाथ भी बहुत है बड़ा, क्योंकि आप कानून हो. कानून के हाथ लंबे होते हैं और बड़े. So your fist size will be your heart. So that fist, when it is put like this, you can just open it for sake of practice, put the thumb inside and close it. Now the fist is what? Is there at the same time with the thumb inside. Now imagine the thumb to be the empty space. So that size will be the space in the Hridaya Kuhara. And in that is there the Jiva for us to recognize. And in the effort of recognizing him, obviously, he disappears. Then, as said in Kathopanishad, the Angushta Matraha Purushaha Antaratma Sada Jananam Hrudaye Sannivishtaha, that Atman is revealed. So, Hridaya Parimiti is the Angushta Rupa. Hridaya Kuha, Hridaya Chidra Parimiti. What is word used here? Sushira. Sushira means space. So, Angushta Matraha, Angushta Parimita, Hridaya Sushira Apekshaya. Why it is called as Angushta Matra, the Jiva? Because Angushta Parimita, Hridaya Sushira. तो अंगुष्ठ परिमाण में हृदय का सुशिर होता है. The space of the heart, the spiritual heart is of the size of the thumb for everyone. And in that is the Jiva. That Jiva is explained. Therefore, he is explained in the language of Angushta Matraha. And this Angushta Matratva of that Jiva is for us to focus on the Hridaya Sushira. And remember, the Jiva being formless, he cannot have any size. But then, the size, etc., when they are told, the mind gets concentrated. Mind ko koi alamban chahiye for its concentration. So therefore, for here, the concentration, he is said to be Angushta Matra is equal to Angushta Matra Hridaya Sushira is equal to focus on your own Hridaya Akasha, whose size is Angushta. Don't see the Angushta. Angushta Parimana Jiva in the Hridaya Akasha. The Hridaya Akasha Sushira itself is Angushta Parimana, and in that Parimana, that Jiva is there. So the Jiva is always thumbs up brand. He is thumbs up sized. आपका जीव इतना होता है. First way of explanation. It's not final. And this Jiva is flexible. He can expand to the bigger than the biggest two, and he can become contrasted to become very small. But for our concentration, he is to begin with said as Angushta Matra. One. Second is what? Ravi Tulya Rupaha. Means what? Ravi Tulya Rupaha is equal to Jyotis Swarupa Ityartha. So the Ravi Tulya Rupaha is again, don't go into the Bhagavan Surya की तरह गोल गोल shape पे रहते हैं. Here Ravi Tulya means the Surya is Surya because of his Prakasha. So that Surya Prakasha is equal to here the Jyoti. Therefore this Hridaya Sushirame, this Angushta Matra Jiva Purusha is Jyotis Swarupaha. Because it's actually the Paramatma Tattva only, no? So Paramatma Tattva is Jyotis Swarupa. Therefore the Jiva is that only. Jivo Devaha Sanatana. But he, identified with the Upadhis, becomes Jiva as if, conditioned by that. That's all out of ignorance and self-accepted. When the wisdom or knowledge comes and he rejects them, then he will discover himself to be Jyotiswarupa. So Ravitulya Rupaha is Prakasha Swarupaha Jyotiswarupa. And this Prakasha Jyoti is always the Chaitanya Jyoti, remember it. Not the light like that of the sun or moon. They are Bhautika lights. And the mind also is the light of knowledge. Even subtler than this is the light inside of the self or of the jiva, that is Chaitanya Jyoti. Like yesterday we studied in our uh, Manisha Panchakam, Ya Samvid Ujrumbhate. That Samvid is called as Jyoti here. Aina? Jagara Swapna Sushuptishu Spudatara Ya Samvid Ujrumbhate. That Samvid Swarupa, that Jyoti Swarupa, that consciousness is the actual originality of this jiva. Is actually pure consciousness. There the aham vritti comes, in that the consciousness as if reflected, then he becomes the conscious I who with the identity with the antakarana and bahya karana becomes a full-fledged grown or completed jiva. These things when you contemplate you will realize them. So angushta matraha angushta parimita hridaya sushira apekshaya. Ravitulya Rupaha, Jyotis Swarupaha. Two words explained. Third one. Ki Sankalpa Ahankara Samanvitaha Buddhye Gunena. Adi Shankara Bhagavan. The Sankalpa Ahankara, he is clubbing it with the Buddhehe Gunena word of the third line. We will study like that only. So, Ravitulya Rupaha, Jyotis Swarupaha iti arthaha, that is over. Now, Sahankalpa Ahankara Adina Samanvitaha Buddhehe Gunena. Buddhi here is Antakarana. Antakarana, though, is one instrument, but because of its functional differences, it is called as four. Like the man is one, but the functionally he can be husband to the wife, father to the children, son to the father, brother to the brother or sister. One only, na? But functionally is so many. Here also, the Antakarana is one, functionally four. Okay, what are the four? The Sankalpa Vikalpa aspect of the vrittis of the mind. That is called as Manaha. Then what? Nischayatmaka, decision aspect. That is called as state of being Buddhi. Then Chintana Kartru Chittam, the aspect of doing Chintanam, some places it is called as the storehouse of memory also, that is Chitta. Then the fourth is the one who is owning all these three. Then my Chitta and it's my memory. With that memory of the Chitta, I with my intellect is thinking and deciding. And before that, my own mind had the Sankalpa, whether I go or there or go here. Then the Vikalpa, go there or go here. Sankalpa is go there, Vikalpa is go here. So the sankalpa vikalpa of the mind, my mind. Nishchaya of the buddhi, my buddhi. Memory of my chitta, my chitta. Who is saying this? This ahankara. That is also one of these four facets, aspects of the antakarana only. So therefore, buddhehe gunena means the four functional aspects of the buddhi antakarana here, which are sankalpa, ahankara. Two things. Other two added. Sankalpa is of the mind, ahankara is the hum, and the buddhis decisions, chittas, memories. Samanvitaha means this jiva has got this antakarana with him. He is the owner of that. So, sankalpa, ahankara, adina, samanvitaha, buddhehe gunena. So, therefore, he says it is my buddhi and my jnana. In the pure conscious self, there is no antakarana, therefore, there is no claiming of the knowledge of this or that. And don't get afraid. Swamiji, in the pure conscious self, there is no knowledge. Then how can I do all my vyavahara? Are my dear, there is no vyavahara also. फिर कैसा जिंदगी चलेगा? That's not required. It is in our ignorance and delusion that we think the world is there, we think the world is real, and we think the Vyavahara is there, and the Vyavahara is real, and Vyavahara is required. And then only we can get something and we can become happy. This entire thing is ignorance only. Without all this, as a self itself, we are liberated. Point one. Point two is what? These are all the realization of the self. After the self is realized, all the drama remains the same, continues. Because earlier you were ignorant of yourself and the whole drama. Now you are wise that you know you are the self, everything else is drama. Therefore, the moksha in action will happen after the self is realized. So don't worry that a person either will become pagal after knowing the self, or he will lose sight of the things, or he will die. ऐसा नहीं होता. He will realize the substratum as his own self. Then the entire drama may or may not be there. He is not conditioned by that. If at all the drama is there, in the drama he knows that everything is me only, kalpita in this or that form. Me is real, the kalpana is not real. Like the mud is playing the play of the pot, knowing that itself is mud and knows that the potness is only the kalpana. That will be the answer when these things are discussed. Such questions come to us. When we say that in the pure self there is no antakarana, therefore there is no sankalpa of the mana, ahankara of the ahamritti, or the jnanam of the buddhi, memory of the chitta. ये सब नहीं होंगे उसमें कहने से हम डर जाते हैं तो फिर जिंदगी संभव ही नहीं है. For that, both the answers we gave. First of all, these are all imaginary. We only imagine them and we think they are real and they are required. They are not at all required. They are only the cause of bondage. Second is, after realizing self, the drama baji will continue. Nothing to worry. You can continue your physics prophecy or chemistry prophecy after knowing the self. You remain in the self and you teach physics. How does it matter? है ना? कोई भी व्यवहार परमात्मा ज्ञान का बाधा नहीं डालता. After the jnana. But before the jnana, your attachment to all that will not allow you to realize the self. Therefore, they are all told to be kept aside for realizing self. So these are the questions and answers. They come. Sthita pragnasya ka bhasha. When we study Gita, the sthita prajna lakshanas, all these will be revealed. Okay. So अंगुष्ठमात्रः रवितुल्यरूपः संकल्प अहंकाराः समान्वितः बुद्धेर्गुणेन. Buddhi's gunas of sankalpa and ahankara ityadi, he is samanvitaha, he is endowed with. So jiva has got this antakarana, not paramatma tattva. Then next one what? Atma gunena cha. He is also Samanvita with Atma Guna. Here Atma is Sharir. We talk about Jiva. Suddenly Paramatma will not come here. Na? So Atma Gunena means he is also endowed with the gunas of the Atma here, the Sharira. That is Jaradina. So the birth of the body, he thinks it's my birth. The growth of the body, my growth. Disease and health of the body are mine. Old age is mine. That way, he thinks that the old age, young age, health and ill health of the body as him, his. He is called that feeling is called Jiva Bhava. In the pure Atma, there is no Deha, therefore there is no young or old concepts at all. Pure conscious is not his Deha, no? ये सब देह को होते हैं. Then this Jiva Bhava identifies with that Deha Vikaras of Vruddhapya ityadi, and he says, I am old. So when I say I am old, I am Jiva. When I say I am intelligent, I am Jiva. When I say I am confused in the mind, I am Jiva. When I say this is what my knowledge or memory, I am the Jiva. So I feelings, the feeling in me of I endowed with all these antakarana as well as Stula Sharira is Jiva Bhava. And it's continuously going on till we break our identity with them and realize ourself, which is beyond all that. That is the challenge. That's the spiritual challenge. Atma Gunena is Sharira Gunena is equal to Jaradina. Samanvitaha, word you add it. Samyak Anvitaha, fully endowed, fully identified, fully claiming, fully attaching with them. Without thinking. उसी को मोह कहते हैं. जब तक मोह होता है नॉन थिंकिंग, तब तक जीवा एंड जीवा तादात्म्य उपाधि एंड देन द संकल्पादि संसार कंटिन्यूस. एक बार विचारणा करना शुरू कर दी, सारा पोल खुल जाता. करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट वन, बुद्धेर गुणेन आत्मगुणेन चैव आरा अग्र मात्र. He is called as Ara and Agra Matra. Again here, Matra is Parimana. Agra means the tip. Ara means very sharp needle. So here Shankara Bhagavan explains Ara Agra Matra. Pratoda Agra Prota. Pratota Agra Prota. Pratota means a stick. Agra means at the end of it. Prota means fixed. What is what? Loha. And that loha is with full of kantakas. And of that kantaka, agramatra. So you can take a stick, and towards the end, a loha is kept, and that loha is with all the sharp edged needles in it. है ना, किसी को चुबाने के लिए वो अग्र जो होता है ना, the tip of it, simple is a tip of a needle. The tip of that needle, जो आप स्विमिंग के लिए करते हो या सेफ्टी पिन होता है, that needle's corner is called आरा अग्र मात्र. So आरा अग्र मात्र, आरा अग्र मात्र. अरे ऊपर एक लाइन छोड़ दिया हमने. आत्मगुणेन च मीन्स जरादिना उक्तम च जरा मृत्यु शरीरस्य इति. तो शरीर को ही जरा मृत्यु वगैरह होते हैं. So therefore he feels he is sharira. Therefore he feels the jara mrityu ityadi are to me. That is explained. Now the aragra matra is pratoda agra prota loha kantaka agra matra. This jiva. Aparaha api jnanatmana atma dushtaha means avagata. So other than the pure Brahman, the self, this jiva is seen as what? Jnanatmana. He is a Jnanatma. He is Jnanatma means what? He is always having the Vritti Jnana about everything. In the pure conscious self, there is no Vritti Jnana, that is called the thought free Jnapti Swarupa Jnana. So, pure consciousness, in that the sense of difference, that expresses as the mind, and in the womb of the mind, when any object comes, that makes that mind a wave or a thought. So the water very plain. When a stone or something is put, or any disturbance happens, then a round thing happens. That's called as vritti. So that ऑब्जेक्ट जो भी उसमें गिरा वो उस लेक ऑफ माइंड को वृत्ति बनाता है. So the pure consciousness, in when it is realized as one without second, that alone is there. As if there is something other than consciousness, that feeling is there. No, that's called mind. That stuff is called mind. Mind is nothing but consciousness with sense of otherness. And in that sense of otherness, stuff called as mind, when any of the Rupa Nama object comes, then that mind gets the shape of the Vritti. So therefore, in the consciousness, unaware of it, sense of otherness, expressing as the mind, and in the lake of the mind, the thought, the Vritti in which any of the object is there. स्थूल ऑब्जेक्ट होगा कोई भी होगा उसमें. So what is said here is jnanatmana drishtaha avagataha. So this as a jnanatma, this jiva is seen. So aragramatraha aparaha. Apara means somebody other than Paramatma Tattva. Api also at the level of ignorance, drishtaha is seen to be playing the play. So by saying this, the jiva is not given reality. It is said that in the absence of the knowledge of the self, this jiva bhava is prevalent. That's what you and I are in now. So aragramatraha pratotagra protaloha kantagagramatraha aparaha api jnanatmana atma drushtaha avagataha. This self is seen as the jiva, as the jnanatma. So vijnanatma is called as the vijnanamaya kosha, it is called as. Where, to be very simple in layman's language, where the knowing is happening continuously through the vrittis. Like I know cell phone, I know that wall, I know that curtain, I know that window. So where is this knowing happening? That is called Jnanatma. Who is knowing it? In the pure self, there is no duality that something is known by the other. It's only pure self, the infinite conscious blissful self. So where this knowing is happening, that's called Jiva. That's why Jnana Atmana Drushtaha Avagataha. Right? Why do you use the word Api, sir? Api Shabdaha Sambhavanayam. Api Shabda used in the Sambhavana, in the probability, possibility. That when the self as it is not known, there is a probability, possibility of expression like this, the Jiva, which you and I are experiencing. So Aparaha, Apara means what? Api Aupadikaha, Upadiyuktaha, Jalasurya Iva. Like the main Surya is there. And then Jalasurya. Kim Gangam Muni Bimbitem Brahmanau. So the Mukhya Surya is called Bimba. Then in the water, the Pratibimba Surya is called Jala Surya. Jala Surya Iva Jivatma Samyak Bhavita Ityartha. So Jivatma Sambhavita Ityartha is what? From the self, in the ignorance of the self, there is a possibility of the expression like the Jiva through the Upadis. And from our side also, it will become the Upaditadatma, that I, the pure self, is playing the play of Jiva, otherwise the Jiva is not real. The self with the Upadi is Jiva, which we have seen so many times. So in this way, Aparopi Aupadika Jala Surya Hiva Jivatma Sambhavita Ityartaha. So this, in the lake of consciousness, the the lake of the mind, Ahamvritti, the reflection of the conscious self is called Jivatma. Aparaha abhidrushtaha, other than the self, he also seems to not only exist, but become so predominant that makes us forget that we are the self and makes us feel that we are the Jiva. And even that Jiva Bhava we lose, we become Buddhi ke saath, the Jnanatma, Man ke saath, Bhavanatma, and through the Indriyas, the respective Atma. The seer through the eyes, the listener through the ears, All of them are the Jiva's feelings through the Upadhi. Jiva himself is pseudo. He is only the Jnanatma. He is able to have Jnana because at the Ahamvritti level, the consciousness expresses as knowingness. At the Ahamvritti, the consciousness expresses as knowingness. Like at the filament, the electricity expresses as the glow. In the electricity, there is no glow. But when the filament is there, it appears to be glowing. The filament. So too, the electricity expresses as movement in the dynamo at the point of dynamo. Electricity doesn't move. So too, the consciousness in the intellect becomes knowingness, ahamvritti, the ability to know. It knows through the buddhi, through the mind. What is known through the buddhi is called jnanam, through the mind is called bhavanas, again through the indriyas, again jnanam about the shabda sparsha rupa rasagandha of the world. So this is what is some more aspects about the jiva. Right? Three more shlokas are there which define to us the jiva. And this is how repeatedly when we contemplate, clearer and clearer picture happens in us. And at the highest level of deep contemplation, having realized the self, how we coming to the upadhi level play the play of jiva, an individual, that also can be seen. And like if I am utmost conscious, I can see how in me the pure conscious self, through the intellect as a knowledge, and through the speech, the speaker as a speaker, it is expressing. Like I'm talking to you. What I'm talking to you is some sense in my intellect. So I, the pure self, became Jiva. Jiva through the intellect became knowledgeable. So same Jiva through the mouth has become speaker. Become means appearing as, not permanently. No, when it's not permanent, it is appearance. That's why everything is, because it is impermanent, everything is appearance. That's why I won't remain as speaker all the time, and I won't remain as the same language speaker all the time. I become something else also. That also is appearance. I give an example as to how a realized saint knows consciously that how he is taking up the upadhi roles to play, not to get bound. Because you and I have not known the self, for us this play alone appears to be real. That's called the ignorance, delusion, bondage. ठीक है, सम मोर होगा कल पढ़कर इन सब का समरी हम देखते हैं. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमशिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. That's great. See you for Gita class in 5 minutes.